Hello everyone. It's been a very busy week for all of us as we were preparing for the speech. Many of you might have completed the presentation. The sky is the limit when we want to excel in occupational health and management system. There is a maxim which goes, there are no new accidents. If we go by this, there are repeating accidents, there are repeating fatalities. A concept called life-saving rules, was developed for oil and gas industries to reduce the risk and the fatalities. In year 2010, the Association of Oil and Gas Producers analyzed data for 20 years of accidents and come up with a concept called life-saving rules. Many major oil and gas industries have implemented these life-saving rules. In my presentation, I will cover why these life-saving rules are published. What are the life-saving rules? List of the companies which implemented the life-saving rules, the types of life-saving rules, the fundamental requirement for life-saving rules, and how to implement these life-saving rules. Is the life-saving rules have relevance with other types of industries? And finally, the conclusion. As already informed, the life-saving rules were developed after analysis of 1,484 fatal accidents and 1,173 high potential events. And it suggests that the adoption, conformance and enforcement of simple life-saving rules can reduce the fatalities. These life-saving rules are intended to be a supplement and support to the existing occupational health and safety management system, programs and policies of the companies. Some of the companies which implemented life-saving rules are shown here. These life-saving rules are consisting of simple icons and a descriptive text which mention simple actions an individual should take to protect themselves and others. The rule focuses on modifying worker and supervisors' behavior. Each rule is linked with the control measures which, if properly implemented, can prevent the fatal accidents. 4 types of life-saving rules are personal safety, site safety, driving and control of works. Total 8 core rules and 10 supplementary rules were published. Each company should consider their activities and history of accidents before deciding the most suitable life-saving rules to reduce the risk. The picture shows the core safety life-saving rules and 10 supplementary life-saving rules. Anything worth doing is worth doing right. There are some fundamental requirements to implement these life-saving rules. And it goes like this. Each and every job risk assessment and toolbox talk should be done. All persons should be trained. Everyone is authorized to stop the work. All member of the workforce has a responsibility and authority to intervene. A peer-to-peer intervention should be encouraged. Companies should develop system of zero tolerance for non-compliance and proactive intervention is the last opportunity to prevent fatalities. For the implementation of life-saving rules, things required are: first, form a cross-functional team. Selection of life-saving rules applicable to the companies by studying, reviewing the previous history and the activities of the company. Develop a life-saving management plan of the company. Define consequences in case of non-compliance. Drive towards 100% compliance. Training and awareness of the employees. Avoid the perception of the worker that life-saving rules are to take actions against them. Encourage open reporting. Life-saving rules are for everyone. Take action in every case if the life-saving rules are broken. Does the same life-saving rule applies to other industries as well? If we go by the statistics and fatality records of industries, some of the life-saving rules of oil and gas industries may apply to other industries as well. In case of transportation industry, no alcohol, no drug policy can apply. For the construction industry, work at height, confined space entry, and other life-saving rules may be applied. Some of the industries other than oil and gas come forward and implemented their own set of life-saving rules by studying their accident records and their activities. To conclude, I will say life-saving rules are deemed to be safety critical, and there should not be a tolerance. There should be zero tolerance for non-compliance. Adoption of life-saving rule can be helpful to ensure protective measures are in place to avoid serious injuries. Life-saving rule implementation will strengthen the safety culture. To conclude, I will say life-saving rule is a step forward, zero fatalities. Thank you.